Hello, all my air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Welcome to your February 2020 video for the energy of this month for you, my air signs. And we are in Aquarius season for the first 3 weeks of February 2020, and then we move into Pisces season the final week of February. So if your sun, moon, or rising is in Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, you are in the right place. And remember to take what resonates and leave the rest, as this is a general reading. As we take a look at what is going on for air signs. All right. So, week number 1 starts off with the 9 of Swords. Into Judgment. Into the King of Swords. Into the King of Pentacles. Into the Empress. Into the 10 of Cups. Into the Knight of Pentacles, and closing out the month with the 9 of Pentacles. So this looks like a really great month for you, air signs. I'm not gonna lie. You definitely have some major arcana in here, mixed in with a lot of kings and a knight. So let's see what February 2020 has in store for you, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, in your element of wind in Aquarius season. So as we start off this month, we have the 9 of Swords. I feel like you, air signs, are going to be entering this month feeling a little bit troubled, with a lot on your mind, maybe suffering from insomnia, not being able to sleep very well. Also, I feel like some of you are a little bit more extra sensitive this month, especially to illness. So if you haven't been feeling well, really take care. Make sure you're paying attention to that. Make sure you're trying to give yourself the vitamins and the rest that you need to really support your immune system, because I'm feeling a lot of frustration coming into this month for you, air signs. And it might even be being in Aquarius. This is like wind is really bringing up some stuff for you, okay, air signs? But just trust that you're going to work through it. Things are going to start to settle down. By the end of that week, you have the Judgment card. So I feel like there's a lot weighing on you. You have a lot of fear and anxiety that you're starting this month off with, wind signs, air signs. That might lead to some sleepless nights and like waking up, or if you are getting sleep, when you wake up, it might be kind of rough. Just really feeling it, going through it. By the end of that week, Judgment there, it's like it's now or never. You gotta work this stuff out. This is happening for a reason, and it's no more sweeping things under the carpet if you're not feeling good within yourself, if you are suffering from some sort of mental imbalance. Like I said, if you're not feeling well, it might be time to go to the doctor, and really addressing things. Like this first week of February is really important in that area for you, air signs, and I feel like you're not really going to be able to get out of it. So just really surrendering and taking steps to address what is wreaking havoc on you the beginning of February 2020 into this first week, okay? Maybe it's a relationship that didn't work out so well. Maybe it's time for you to make amends. Maybe it's time for self-evaluation. Maybe it's time to not just self-evaluation. Maybe it's time, like I was saying, going to the doctor, getting help. Maybe it's, what I'm also hearing for you air signs is it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to do this on your own. There are trained professionals out there, and whatever is weighing on you to help you unpack what is going on within you, or to help you address the issues that you're having, okay? So I feel like you're going to get, even though it might feel like this month is starting off rough, I feel like you're going to get some clarity around some things that maybe have been weighing on you for a while. So then we move into the King of Swords for the second week of February. And this is also when we are going to have the full moon in Leo. So the King of Swords is saying it's about being, okay, as an air sign in this full moon in Leo, fire and air really ignite one another. And this is about really standing up for yourself in a way of like motivation and making things happen, and taking the reins, being the leader on things, maybe, which is not typically a characteristic of an air sign. That is usually more of a like a fire sign characteristic. But I feel like you're going to be really challenged with these topics, and like maybe your north node is in fire, and earth signs too are like usually natural leaders, or like good at it. And I think for you air signs, this is a time for you to really focus on movement forward and really creating that for yourself, and really trusting your intuitions and what's coming forward in your direction, because by the end of that week, I think that overcoming those challenges of things that maybe you've thought about but never took the move on, this is about actually taking those steps and believing in yourself and trusting yourself to help transform these ideas or these challenges that are coming forward that you're finally feeling more mastered in, and turning them by the end of that week into actual money making ideas, or into a new channel of income for yourself, and really setting those wheels into motion. I think the second week of February is going to be a big week. I think that this full moon in Leo is all about pride. It's about putting yourself out there. Again, like what I was saying early in leadership, that is an uncomfortable space for air signs. So this is all about getting comfortable in that and mastering that, and just accepting that you have something special to share, and really start making moves on how you're going to share that, because I see by the end of that week, you're going to see where that can be a source of income for you, or how you can start channeling things financially to you that way. But it's really about you recognizing that you need to step into that leadership or empowered role. Okay, wind signs, air signs, wind, air, I kind of interchange them both. So then for the third week of February, we have the Empress vibes coming in for you, strong air signs. And I think that is going to be a testament of what you're coming off of the first 2 weeks of really starting to feel really divine and like really in yourself. And it's not like where the King of Swords, you are seeing this idea of leadership or being in the spotlight as a challenge and trying to get comfortable with that. I think that's quickly going to transform for you. And the Empress is saying that you really do like, oh, I get it. I do have something to share. I do feel empowered by being who I truly be, and expressing my truth, and being honest with myself and others. Like, there's gonna be a big shift for you that comes in that second week of February, air signs, that's gonna just really put you in your element. The beginning of the third week, like, you're gonna understand like this idea of leadership or being in the spotlight, things like that, is not just for other people, it's for you too. And feeling very confident in yourself in that. So I think that like that big shift that I was talking about that second week is going to really bring things about for you in a way of feeling comfortable within yourself and what you have to share and what you have to offer, says the Empress, and really being able to drive or attract opportunity to you. This is all about self-confidence. This is a big like getting into your divine purpose, really getting into your flow, really trusting yourself and really trusting your relationship with the universe. Because by the end of that week, you have the 10 of Cups, which I really think is such a beautiful card. It's so foundational. And it's about really seeing things work out. It's about being able to attract abundance and prosperity and health and wealth into your life. But also I think for the 10 of Cups, a big theme for that is family. So really appreciating those in your life who have helped you get to where you are, giving thanks and really bringing those people in on this journey with you and acknowledging that as well. I feel like you're going to have a lot of really beautiful achievement and like victory coming through for you at the end of the third week of February. And this is as your season is wrapping up. Like this is the very end of Aquarius season. This, as we move into Pisces season the next week, I feel like you're going to feel a lot of reward coming through, which could be, like I said, in the way of finances. It could be reward in wealth and material gain, but it could also be reward in family relationships and personal relationships and business, like, and your creative projects. Maybe it's been things that you've been working on for a long time and not feeling like you're getting anywhere, and you finally get the big contract, or you finally get the big opportunity, like knocks this week, especially the end of the week. And it's all about you feeling yourself, like really getting into that vibe, the beginning of the third week of February. Okay, air signs, really knowing and trusting your divinity and allowing yourself to express that, because when you really are locked into that, air signs, you're unstoppable and you just attract things into you so powerfully. And it's about trusting that within yourself, that your soul knows what you need to really carry out your soul's mission here on the planet. And I feel like you're gonna just see a lot of that really coming your way the third week of February as you wind down, or as we all wind down Aquarius season. So then as we move into the fourth week, you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the beginning of Pisces season. So we're in the element of water now. And also we have the new moon in Pisces that first week, or that fourth week of February. So I feel like this whole process coming down through the month of February for you is really going to start opening up into actual physical momentum in the fourth week with the Knight of Pentacles there. This is about you taking, again, the lead. Maybe this is a big project, maybe this is a new job, maybe this is in a relationship, but it's about you showing up. It's about you showing up, and it's about you doing the work. And work doesn't have to be hard, okay, air signs? This is just about you showing up. Because let's be honest, sometimes air signs, I love you, but you can be a little bit on the indecisive side or a little bit on the flaky side. And this is about you being very concrete in your commitments and showing up and putting in the work. You're bringing your share to the table, okay? And when you do that, like I said, when I was talking about earlier in this month for you air signs, about really taking the lead, being the leader, and finding comfort in that, and knowing that you really do have that within you as well if you would like to. This Knight of Pentacles is saying, like, really moving forward with that. There's momentum in that. When you show up, and when you come correct, you have the Nine of Pentacles waiting for you at the end of the month. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is also one of my favorite cards in the deck because she is like the tarot embodiment of the goddess Lakshmi. And if you're familiar with Lakshmi, Lakshmi is the goddess of prosperity, of flow, and abundance. So when you really do what you know you are capable of, air signs, you're really unstoppable. You are really in this like attraction mode, air signs. You're really going to bring in a lot of abundance and wealth and prosperity to yourself at the end of the month, but it's a road to get there this month, you know? There's some twists and turns that you have to take, but what I'm hearing, your overarching theme is about really stepping into this spotlight, stepping into this leadership role, whether it's just even in your own, like taking control of yourself, and how you process emotions. Like it could be that even, or it could be a physical, like work thing. But there's something that is going to really call you to step up during that full moon in Aries. And so that Knight of Pentacles, he kicks off the new moon in Pisces. And this is all about, new moons are about new fertilization, like planting new ideas, setting new intentions, putting new goals out there for you to move forward to. And I really think the Nine of Pentacles being there at the end of the month is telling me that there are going to be some really amazing things that start to blossom for you when you start trusting yourself and you start like really embodying these like leadership vibes. Okay, air signs. So let's take a look back. We have the Nine of Swords. You're starting off the month with like maybe really recognizing some fears and some anxieties that you've been carrying on for too long. And I feel like Judgment is going to help you ask for help, you know, where you might be judging yourself or being really harsh with yourself, and or maybe you're taking on the energy of someone else's opinion of you, which doesn't matter. I know air signs, you're super creative, and I know that you can take on, in that creativity, there's a certain vulnerability which can leave you very open or perceptive to other people's energies and thoughts, and it's just not important. Like what their energy is up to is not you. So this is about focusing on yourself and realizing that if there is something that you've been struggling with for a long time, that you don't have to unpack that by yourself, okay? The King of Swords showing up for that Leo full moon. This is about really knowing, trusting yourself and moving forward with direction, moving forward with inner knowing. And like I said, there's a lot of transformation available to you during this Leo full moon, and it's asking you to be that leader. It's asking you to step into this leadership role, which, like I said before, can be very uncomfortable for air signs. So just call up your fire sign and your earth sign friends and ask them what the dealio is, okay? Because they are used to it. The King of Pentacles showing up at the end of the second week for you, air signs. It's about really transmuting these ideas into channels of income, and really trusting as well that you have these ideas for a reason and that you can carry out something that could potentially make you a lot of money. And the Empress is saying, like, you're really going to start to feel these empowered vibes the beginning of the third week of February. This is, again, the end of Aquarius season. So we're in the last couple of days, or the last days of air for this month, February 2020. And I just really see that you're going to start to get more comfortable in that spotlight or in that leadership role. The Empress, loves that, she's comfortable in that. And so I feel that for you, air signs. And I feel when you are in that Empress energy, you're just unstoppable and you attract everything that you need. And so the end of that week is just really about having gratitude. And then as you move into the 4th week, we have the Knight of Pentacles really showing up and bringing your skills, your talents, your energy, your knowledge, your contribution to the table. So showing up and doing the work. Which will lead you to the 9 of Pentacles at the end of the month. This is such a great way to wrap up February 2020. Air signs, that's amazing. With the 9 of Pentacles, some real prosperity vibes, Lakshmi vibes, and just allow yourself to surrender to it, okay? All right, air signs, thank you so much for joining me for this video for your tarot forecast for February 2020. And if you liked this reading, but you want something a little bit more specific, I have videos by astrological sign on my Patreon page, which I've included the link just below here, below this video. Feel free to follow that link and check out my Patreon page. And for $8 a month, the price of one fancy coffee a month, you can have entrance into that exclusive content that only lives on my Patreon page. And then I have some other great deals on there just for my patrons for a spirit call or for a spirit call and a tarot reading. So if you have been thinking about working with me regularly, Patreon is such a great way to do that. And I have some really fabulous deals just for my patrons there. So check it out. And if you would like a one-on-one reading for yourself, hit me up on my website or drop me a comment below. But my website's the best way to get a hold of me. You can hit me up through the contact page. It emails me directly. If you'd like to book an appointment, you can also use my new book an appointment feature button. That's on pretty much every page of my website. And if you have any questions, let me know. So thank you guys all for joining me again, and I will see you in March. Bye, everyone.